Hey guys, what's up? It's Bret. Coming at you here with my weekly playlist. Usually every Saturday, Sunday, I pick 5 things from my what I listened to this week, full albums, and have a short discussion about 5 of them. Just so happens that this week I'm also going to combine, just as I did last week, some new vinyl finds as well. I had a pretty good, actually an excellent score a couple nights ago, and I'm actually going to split it in half and just feature half of them today and then save the other ones for next time. So also thank you to my YouTube subscribers. Looks like I'm over 60 now in just a couple weeks, so thank you guys. Hope you're enjoying my videos. And let's get started here. First off, just a shout out to one of my friends who gave me this nice record here. Thanks, Joe. This is King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King. And yep, thank you again. Just gave me that one. So 5 things from my playlist. First off, I'm going to start off with, I never got this one on vinyl because I bought it on a whim because my brother and I were in a record store, and this was playing over the store speakers, and my brother, we couldn't figure out who it was, so he went and asked, and it was Nick 13. Nick 13, if you guys know the band Tiger Army, he is the front man of Tiger Army, and he put out last year a straight up legit country album, and it's just really good. One of my favorite albums from 2011, and that's Nick 13. Now onto my playlist here. So let's start things off here with the Smiths' final album, Strange Ways. Here we come. This was their last one. I think it was 1987. Yeah, it followed The Queen is Dead. As you can see from mine, that this is a gold stamped promo there. So yeah, just you know, I was thinking about it last night as I was listening to this. The Queen is Dead is my favorite Smiths album, but listening to this last night, this is a 10 out of 10. It's just incredible, excellent. Death of a Disco Dancer, Girlfriend in a Coma, Last Night I Dreamt Somebody Loved Me, just excellent. Here's another one that I think is just a highly underrated band. I've seen them live a couple times. The Singer's solo album from 2006 is truly one of the best albums of the last 10 years. But the band hasn't put anything out since 1991, but they've reunited and they continue to tour, and that's the Psychedelic Furs. This was their, I think, was it their 4th album? This is from 83. No, 84, sorry. 1984, this is Mirror Moves. And that's Richard Butler, who I was talking about with his solo album. The Ghost in You, Here Come Cowboys, Heaven, Heartbeat, High Wire Days, Like a Stranger. I mean, the whole album is just excellent. So that's Psychedelic Furs with Mirror Moves. Another one from my playlist this week, the Flying Burrito Brothers, The Gilded Palace of Sin. And I think, yeah, this is from 1969. This is Graham Parsons. He was, before this, he was in the Byrds, and him and Chris Hillman, who you see right there in the blue suit, and there is Graham Parsons right there. They were both in the Byrds together. Well, Chris Hillman was an original member of the Byrds, but Graham Parsons joined for just the one album, Sweetheart of the Rodeo. And then they left and started the Flying Burrito Brothers. There was only one other album after this that had Graham Parsons on, and that was Burrito Deluxe. There's that. There's a cool picture. Chris Etheridge there, who you see, he was the bass player. He just died earlier this year. And that right there is Sneaky Pete Kleinow, who's just a phenomenal pedal steel player, just incredible. And I think he even was did animation too. I think he worked on The Empire Strikes Back or something in the for late 70s, early 80s. So this is excellent. If you're gonna any of the Graham Parsons, if you get this one, the second one is kind of decent. But if you get the Bird Sweetheart of the Rodeo and then the 2 solo Graham Parsons albums, GP and Grieves Angel, they're all excellent. All right, one more here from my playlist, and then I'm gonna move on to my finds. This album right here when I first saw the cover for it, I was just like, what is this? I just assumed it was just some kind of lo-fi kind of garage band, you know. I guess they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it took me a few months before I actually listened to a track, and then I was just really impressed. And this is Yuck, and this is their self-titled debut album, which came out in 2011, ended up being also one of my favorite albums of the year. Now, this vinyl version that I'm holding in my hands is the deluxe one, and as you can see, it is it's a gatefold out on Fat Possum Records. And the cool thing about the deluxe one is not only does it have the album on, and it feels, yeah, I think it's 180 gram. Not only does it have the full album on it, but it also has the second record is all the B-sides from the single. So I mean, for like a normal price, like 15, 16 bucks, you get 2 records in there with all the B-sides. So that's really cool. Okay, now on to my vinyl finds. This is my vinyl update. I think it's number 3. So I went to the store the other night. I just had this, like, you know, sixth sense that I just needed to stop. You guys know, you vinyl collectors know what I mean. And so I went in, and it's a store that I go to once a week. And I just happened to go there on the right evening. So like I said earlier, I'm splitting this one in half. I think I grabbed 5, and I'm going to show the other one, the remainders, next week, or as soon as, if I can't wait. But the plan is for next Saturday with the next playlist. I'll post them as well. So the first thing I got the other night, and the ones that I got were just not ones that you just like hold around, you debate, and then you end up putting them back. These were all just like bam, bam, like wow, I can't believe this is all here. First one was the Chameleons, The Fan and the Bellows. This was a collection from 1986 of early recordings, and this was on Hybrid Records. So it's got a cool back cover there, and I mean that front cover is just great. But it's cool. The record itself has a really the label on it, as you can see, it also repeats that front cover. But anyways, I thought that was cool. Made in the UK. So that was a score. The next one, I was already about ready to leave, and I was carrying this stack around, which was like getting really heavy, and I just thought, I'm just gonna look in the metal section really quick, because you never know. So I scored this this cool copy of the very first Black Sabbath album from, I think it came out in February of 1970. Cover's a little beat up, but it was only like $6, and it's got the original Warner Brothers sleeve here, and it's got the green Warner Brothers label on there. Someone wrote their name on it, but that's all right. I was really excited to get this one. I've been looking for it for a long time, and that's on the title track. Black Sabbath is probably the first Black Sabbath song I heard when I was a kid, and just really loved it. The next one here, I've been looking also for a really long time. A great band out of Minneapolis, and that's the Replacements, and this is Tim. This is the one produced by Tommy Erdelyi. I always forget how to pronounce his last name, but he's better known as Tommy Ramone, who is the original drummer in the Ramones. And this one has Alex Chilton from Big Star, Box Tops, who sang backing vocals on the song Left of the Dial. Anyways, I saw this and I was like, wow, because I never come across the Replacements in the racks used. And this is Tim, and I don't know, I'm guessing this is a reissue. I don't know if it originally came on 180 gram. I doubt it. So I'm assuming this is a reissue, but it's on Sire, and that was just a killer score. So yeah, cool. All right, so next one, I'd been looking for this one a long time, and I had it in my hands one time years ago, and then I just assumed, oh, I'll find another copy, so I never bought it. So the other night, I pulled it out, and I was like, very cool. Susie and the Banshees join hands. I think this was their second album. Okay, now here's the weird thing. I just realized looking on the back, there's a tag here for PDQ Records. Okay, I just realized it's just the second. That is the record store that I was at when I had it in my hands and didn't buy it over 10 years ago. And it's in Tucson, and Tucson is like an hour and a half away from here. So, wow, wouldn't that be strange if this was the exact one that I had in my hands that day? So yeah, wow, it came from PDQ Records, and that's Susie. This is from 1980, I think. No, 1979, it looks like. I could be wrong about that. So, yeah, this is Susie, and it's on, this is on Geffen. So, yeah, the second Susie record, Join Hands. Icon is a great track on there. Anyways, that's the back cover again. All right, so last week, if you watched my video, you'll notice that I found, I also had in there Susie and the Banshees Superstition, which was their 1991 record. When I bought it that day, I took it up to the counter to pay for it, and the guy said, "Oh, we had also the Rapture. Someone traded that in also." And I said, "Oh, I didn't see it. It must have been gone." He goes, "Oh, someone must have grabbed it." So when I was there the other night, I was looking around, and what did I find? I found it. So I don't think they got another one in. I just think this was the one that just was placed in the S's, and it wasn't in the new arrival bin. So I came across this one and immediately grabbed it. This was the final Susie record. This was from 1995, Oh Baby. I think that was one of the singles. And those last two Susie records are really hard to find, Superstition and the Rapture. And that's what I found. This one has the lyric sleeve and stuff, and that one's also on Geffen as well. So that was really a great score. So anyways, guys, thank you for subscribing and watching this video here. I'll be back next Friday with an installment of Friday on the Turntable, and then I'll be at you either next Saturday or Sunday with the remainder of my finds, along with that week's playlist. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.